ask you a red light challenge.
Wow.
Now, if you get the challenge correct, you are able to keep all the money in the pot, even if you get 3 X's.
Right.
If you get it wrong, there's no penalty, and we just continue playing. All right? Are you ready for the challenge?
I'm ready.
Okay. Name 4 countries that are a part of the group of the 8, G8 countries. I just need 4 of them.
Okay, USA.
USA is 1.
Germany.
Germany is 1. That's 2. You have 20 seconds.
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, that's 3. You need 1 more.
Australia.
Australia? Those are the 4 you're going with?
No. Can I try another one?
You got 10 seconds.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. 4. 5 more seconds.
Oh, God. Wrong.
1 second. Bam. And
Oh, my God.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. So what I'll do,
Okay.
I'll give you 3/4. None of the answer, but 3/4. That's 75 cents.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
That's on me.
That's
okay?
not bad.
Not a problem. But I was looking for the other 5 that you missed was Canada, France, Italy, Japan, and Russia. You got 3 out of 8, okay?
I should be.
Yeah, you should have. That's right. We all should have.
Go back to cash.
But let me tell you what you should have done. You should have gotten ready for this next question. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here's the question. Which individual is featured in Pin the Tides television commercials? Would it be A, P. Anthony Weiss, B, Greg Lampkin?
Greg Lampkin.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer, and you are finally correct. Way to go. Way to go, Flo. All right, are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
What river flows both north and south of the equator? Would it be A, Don River, B, River Nile, C, Congo River, or D, Amazon River?
Nile.
You know the Nile. All right, final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer. And you are incorrect. I'm sorry, my dear. The correct answer was the Congo River. That's 3 strikes. 3 strikes against you, and you're out.
Wow.
And you left your 50-50 on the board. You didn't use it, and you had all that money available to you. But nonetheless, we want to thank you for playing Jitney 242. And we're not going to let you leave empty-handed. There's a phone card for you. I want you to look into the camera right there and say, I love playing the Jitney 242.
I love playing the Jitney 242.
I want you also to look in that camera there and say, I love Sean Anthony's ball head.
Where is Sean Anthony with the ball head?
Next time on the Jitney 242 ride, I don't know who it could be. Maybe it could be you.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news tonight, the health minister clarifying details of the honorarium payments to healthcare workers. The nation's governor general testing positive for COVID-19. And a local Christian ministry preparing for a major youth event. The Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, the Minister of Health, the Honorable Renwood Wells, outlining details of the honorarium payments to healthcare workers while responding to claims that he received a large payout. This comes as healthcare workers in Grand Bahama and New Providence continue a sick-out after some frontline workers did not receive the honorarium payment. Italia Hall has more.
In a statement, the Minister of Health, the Honorable Renwood Wells, noting that during his contribution to the 2021-2022 budget debate, he advised the nation that the government approved $1,040,600 in honorarium and death benefits to be paid out. $400,000 as death benefits to the legal representatives of the 4 healthcare workers who passed away in the line of duty from COVID-19, and $640,600 to 143 frontline healthcare workers who stepped forward initially during the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. For those who later joined the fight, the government approved an additional $3 million in the 2021-2022 budget that will be paid out to approximately 1,700 healthcare workers. The minister said as of August 4, 2021, some 1,732 employees began to receive their payouts. That number includes 308 doctors, 644 nurses, 111 emergency medical services staff, and 669 non-clinical staff. Wells also shutting down claims that he had received an honorarium payment of $10,000 and that his driver and personal assistant receive honorarium payments of $5,000 each. The minister said he did not receive an honorarium payment. Further, his driver and personal assistant received the same minimum honorarium payment of $1,158.40 issued to non-frontline workers. However, he said that he has asked both his driver and personal assistant to return the funds that was dispersed to them from the Bahamas government, and they have agreed. The minister noting that he made no recommendations as to who should receive an honorarium. The names of all persons to receive an honorarium was recommended by a select committee within the Ministry of Health. Minister Wells extending deep appreciation on behalf of the government to all frontline and non-frontline workers. He said their sacrifices and hard work can never be fully rewarded. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Meanwhile, the Governor General, the Most Honorable Sir Cornelius Smith, though fully vaccinated, has tested positive for COVID-19. His office confirming late yesterday. We understand that Sir Cornelius was tested this past Friday after being exposed to a COVID-19 patient. The result of his test was confirmed Sunday evening. At last report, the Governor General was asymptomatic. He's abiding by all of the established public health quarantine protocols and is encouraging all Bahamians who have not yet done so to get vaccinated. The Bahamas Insurance Association releasing a press statement regarding social media misinformation. The statement reads that the association has noted an erroneous statement circulating on social media, advising that life insurance will not cover you if you are vaccinated or die from complications as a result of the COVID-19 vaccination. The association is advising that this statement is absolutely false, adding that in the extremely unlikely event of someone dying as a result of a vaccine approved for emergency use by local authorities, subject to the usual requirements, the life insurance policy will respond as intended. The association notes the effectiveness of the vaccine with regard to preventing serious illness and death and encourages all Bahamians to seriously consider getting one of the approved vaccines currently available in the Bahamas. The government is continuing its push for all residents in the Bahamas to become vaccinated. And tonight, leaders in the Haitian community on Grand Bahama are sharing their views on the COVID-19 vaccine. While many continue to debate whether or not they will take the COVID-19 vaccine, leader of the New Jerusalem Church of the Nazarene, Pastor Raymond Charlot, says he is encouraging members of the Haitian community here in Grand Bahama to take the step that could potentially save lives. He says while the vaccine may not offer 100% protection, with God, all things are possible.
But I encourage people, and I'll explain to them, and they heard about the news, they heard it on the news, how important it is to get vaccinated. And the same way, the virus, you don't expect like no one. Everybody get hurt. Everybody feel the pressure, feel the rush of the COVID-19 right now. That's why I'm encouraged, even the congregation that I'm leading right now, I'm encourage them to take the vaccine, and at the same time, to believe and trust the Lord.
Representative for the Haitian Embassy on Grand Bahama, Lorena Jusma, also encouraging the Haitian community to take the protective jab.
I really encourage, especially the old people, because we don't really have assistance. Our hospital cannot take much. If someone could help yourself, you realize that it's gonna be good for you in the future, take it. Because even in the States, they say people who already take it, they still, catch it. But it's better to get it. You could fight less with the virus instead of stay and listen to the people, the bad news.
However, Haitian community leader Wislet Jackson says that at this time, he and his family will not take the vaccine.
I don't want to say I'm not going to take the vaccine, but I leave this as a question mark. But if I have a choice right now, I'm not going to take the vaccine, not my family. The reason why I don't have a problem with the people that took the vaccine. I don't have a problem with them because that's their choice. Everybody have a choice.
Noting the recent earthquake in Haiti and the great loss of life, Pastor Charlot says that persons cannot take life for granted and the COVID-19 pandemic must be taken more seriously.
When I look at it like that, I say, no, we have to take it serious. Life, death, doesn't matter the age or the color, the nationality, we can't take it for granted. This COVID, this pandemic, it knocked door to door, nation to nation. We have to take it serious.
Jusma adding that, at the end of the day, everyone must make the best informed decisions for themselves.
You always have a positive way people encourage you and a negative way when people discourage you to tell you, hey, don't take it. You're gonna have so and so. But the best thing, you know what's best for your life, for you. You have to make a choice.
In other news, we have an update tonight on the investigation into that cargo ship that was allowed to dock and offload wood infested with beetles that are harmful to the island's forestry on Grand Bahama last month. The Cabinet Subcommittee has received the final report from Comptroller of Customs, Janine Moss, on the unlawful dumping of the contaminated wood on Grand Bahama, and the information was turned over to police. According to a statement from the Office of the Attorney General, a copy has also been handed over to the Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, the Pan Jasmine 590-foot vessel was flagged by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol and denied entry into other countries. Meantime, education officials are reporting outstanding BJC and BGCSE results from schools in the northern Bahamas. The district superintendent of education is applauding parents, teachers, and students for a job well done during a difficult school year. Ramiko Knowles has details.
We're very pleased with our national examination results.
District Superintendent of Education Ivan Butler says they are very pleased with the results they received from the district.
We want to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our teachers. We also want to say thank you for the parents for having faith and sending their kids to us during a pandemic in which they were able to successfully take their exams and successfully come to school. And so the end result which we in the district are very, very proud of. There's some very exciting grades.
Principal of St. George's High School, Shannon Roll, and Principal of the 8 Mile Rock High School, Mario Cooper, congratulating the hardworking teachers and students of those institutions, noting that despite the many challenges they faced throughout the school year, they were able to overcome.
You want to say especially hats off to our language arts department, religious studies and electrical installation teachers and students for achieving 14 A's in each of these subjects, and the carpentry and joinery teacher and students who achieved 8 A's. We had several firsts, and one of them being our language arts department getting 14 A's in a number of years. So we really want to commend the teachers and the students.
Just to mention a few of the departments that received 100% passes: literature, Spanish, art and design, geography, food nutrition, electrical installation, art. Of course, the language department stepped up big this year with a 71% pass in language. And general science, 86% pass. Farming and consumer science, 93% pass. Social studies, 81%. So again, this is the hard work. The health science department was just awesome with 15 A's.
Students of Jack Haywood Junior and Senior High Schools also performed exceptionally well, according to Principals Joyanne Pennerman and Bronwyn Smith.
Glancing at the BJC results that I received yesterday evening, I can proudly say that the school has improved. Last year, the results, we had an overall pass of about 60%, so we're now up to 65.44% overall passes. I would specifically like to highlight that we attained 42 A's, 149 B's, 170 C's. So I'm very grateful for the performance of the school.
I was very pleased by seeing the number of A's we had in the areas like language and math, where we were deficient, but still students were able to perform. I saw increases in many areas. I saw a steady maintenance of what usually happens, so I'm very pleased.
The Sister Mary Patricia Russell Junior High School turning in good grades as well after a challenging academic year. Principal Albert Jones says he too is pleased with the improvement.
As you know, the junior high schools are very integral in that the BJCs, 4 BJCs are required for the National High School Diploma. And so we are looking at making sure that our students leaving the junior high schools are already equipped with their 4 BJCs to meet that criteria before they get into the high school.
Ramiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. There's more news right after this break.
Down now. For your large and small generators, propane and butane stoves, LED flashlights, fuel canisters, coolers, batteries, gas and electric chainsaws, cooking supplies, tarps, matches, duct tape, and more.
Across the Bahamas, we're more connected than ever before as we upgrade and expand our network, elevating your connection with BTC Super-Fast Fiber Internet. More people can access the best high-speed internet on our upgraded all-fiber optic network, providing you with a better experience working remotely, learning virtually, accessing more from home, and connecting with more opportunities. Visit our website or any store to upgrade to our super-fast fiber internet experience on the Bahamas' best fiber network.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
Yes, sir. What you saying, bro?
Man, everything cool. Radio weekend dead hot. What you doing for lunch?
You catch me here checking out the ZNS Shopping Network site? I looking at this out to sea deal.
Yeah? How do one go?
For $30, you get a $50 coupon. 20% off fish at the stand, plus you get $10 in minutes.
Man, you can't beat that.
Well, out to sea it is.
Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
The Ministry of Health is working to ensure the safety of the Bahamian people. Help us minimize the risk that coronavirus poses to citizens, residents, and visitors by following these 5 easy steps. Step 1. Wet your hands with clean water, apply soap and lather for 20 seconds by rubbing them together. Include the top of your hands between your fingers and under your fingernails. Rinse your hands under clean water, then dry them with a paper towel or air dry them. Remember to wash your hands before and after eating, preparing a meal, changing a diaper, or caring for the sick, and always after using the bathroom, touching money, shaking hands, or taking out the trash. Step 2. Cough and sneeze in your elbow or upper sleeve, not in your hands, not in the air. Or you can cover your nose and mouth with a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Put your used tissue in the trash bin when you're finished. Remember to wash your hands with soap and clean water after you cough or sneeze. Also, remember never to spit on the ground, roads, or in open spaces. Step 3. Ensure that raw meat is properly handled and cooked thoroughly. Step 4. Avoid sharing drinking glasses, eating utensils like spoons and forks, or sharing personal items such as toothbrushes and towels. Germs can live on surfaces we touch, so wipe and disinfect surfaces where germs can live, and keep your surroundings clean. Step 5. Avoid close contact with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness, such as coughing or sneezing. Should you or anyone you know feel that you have been exposed to the coronavirus, contact the surveillance unit of the Ministry of Health immediately. To reach us, call 502-4776, 502-4790, or 502-4737. We want Bahamians and those that live with and visit us to remain safe from the coronavirus. To do this, we need the help of each and every one of you to follow the simple steps we have shared. Let's stay safe, Bahamas.
So put me together, break me apart again. No doubt about
The King of the North is back. Power 104.5 FM.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. In news from the crime beat, police over on the island of Abaco are investigating an attempted murder. According to reports on Friday, August 13th, shortly before 7 p.m., officers from the Marsh Harbor Police Station received a report of a fight where a male was shot at a business establishment in Cooperstown. Officers responded and upon arrival met an adult male suffering from apparent gunshot injuries to the body. Initial investigations revealed that the victim was engaged in a physical altercation with the business owner, where the brother of the owner produced a handgun and shot the man. The victim was transported to the Marsh Harbor Clinic and was later airlifted to New Providence, where he is listed in serious condition. A man is in police custody assisting with this investigation. Meantime, police on Grand Bahama are investigating a shooting incident that has left a man hospitalized. According to reports, on Saturday, August 14th, shortly after 1 a.m., police received a report of a male being shot in Jonestown, 8 Mile Rock. The victim was transported to the Ryan's Memorial Hospital via a private vehicle. Police say the victim, along with another male, were sitting down under a tree when a small white vehicle pulled up and a man fired several gunshots at them. One of the men was shot to the left shoulder. He is listed in serious but stable condition. Investigations continue. And in other news, Lighthouse International Ministry, under the leadership of Pastor Peter Evans, is celebrating 3 days of events beginning on Wednesday, August 18th, under the theme All Out. Minister Chantel Evans says for the past 12 years, the annual Transformers Youth Crusade and Back to School giveaway has been a blessing to many, and she's encouraging the public to attend.
We began with a service, and then on that Thursday night, we will be having a youth forum And on Friday, we will be having our back-to-school giveaway where we will be giving away over 500 fully loaded backpacks. Now, the thing with the giveaway is that we are encouraging youth leaders to bring out all of their youth members. We're also encouraging parents to bring their children. We have over 500 fully loaded backpacks, and the only way a child can get it is they must be present. We don't give backpacks to adults, we give them to the children. Now, the thing with Friday is that we are serving on a first-come, first-served basis. We will be serving preschoolers, primary schoolers, junior high, high school, and college students. So it doesn't matter what age group or what age bracket you're in. Once you are in school, we're going to be a blessing to you, and we're looking for the Grand Bahama community to come out.
Now, the events will take place on the church grounds at Angela's Beauty Complex on Coral Road. Team leader Megan Adderley shares what attendees can expect.
We have seen youth being impacted. You know, we have persons who are now a part of the group who they still say, oh, I saw you guys sing last year, or I was a part of the back to school giveaway. I came and I got my bag, and they're now a part of us. So it's such a blessing and an honor to be a part of this organization. So come out for the 3 nights. Don't just come out on Friday. We want to see you from Wednesday, Thursday for the panel, and for Friday. Yeah. So this is going to be an amazing experience. We're going to have an excellent time, and we're going to fellowship, and of course, we're going to get it deep into some worship and some conversations.
Now, the events will be held outdoors and social distancing protocols will be strictly enforced. That's a check on stories making news, but Jay Philippe is up next with your sports package.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. Another Grand Bahamian baseball player is now pursuing his dreams. The 6'5" right-handed pitcher grew up in Freeport but later moved to the United States. That decision so far has been paying off. Brandon Russell is hoping to become the next Bahamian baseball player to be drafted into the majors. But for now, the 6'5" right-handed pitcher is entering his sophomore year at Polk State College in Central Florida. Russell started playing baseball at the age of 9 and has since pursued the sport that has allowed him to travel as far as the Dominican Republic for training with future MLB prospects.
I went to Jackie High School. Senior year, I decided to go take my talents over to the United States, and I went there for high school, finished high school in the United States, and then got the opportunity to go to Polk State College, and that's where I'm at now.
His freshman year was cut short, but the determined player says he expects to have a breakout season once he returns to the mound.
Due to COVID, I was only able to play half of the year, but it still was a productive year. I learned a lot, and for this upcoming season, I just plan to attack it, be aggressive, and do much better than I did before.
Recently, Russell played in the Florida Gulf Coast Baseball Summer League, where he played close to 25 games against some of the top baseball players in the U.S.
It's a summer league that all college players from all around the country play in the United States. And my collegiate coach, he introduced me to this tournament, the Summer League, and we got the victory in it. I'm a right-handed pitcher, so I pitched about half of the games, not as much, but half of the games. And I felt like I did really good. Championship game, I came out and dominated, and we got the victory.
Switching gears now from the baseball field to the football field, Bahamian wide receiver Michael Strawn made his highly anticipated debut with the Indianapolis Colts on the weekend. The 6'5" wide-out receiver from West Virginia continues to turn heads over the last few weeks, and that trend continued with an impressive NFL preseason debut against the Carolina Panthers. Strawn finished the game with 3 receptions for 57 yards, including a 31-yard bomb on an opening drive in the first half that captured the attention of former NFL greats. Chad Ochocinco Johnson took to social media to encourage the rookie with an Instagram post. Also, former Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Reggie Wayne commenting on a 31-yard reception that Strawn caught that garnished much highlights across the league. Strawn was a 7th-round pick of the Indianapolis Colts this year. The Colts will take on the Minnesota Vikings this Saturday in their second preseason game, followed by their last preseason game on Friday, August 27, versus the Detroit Lions, before they kick off the regular season against the Seattle Seahawks on September 12th. That's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
Bellevue Gives is a household name that has educated generations with the best and affordable supplies. Now through September 4th, get 15% off workbooks, school supplies, and teacher's aids. Bellevue Gifts and Supplies. See in-store details for more specials.
Take your time, take your time. You sure, right, yep?
Money short.
You sure? All right.
Money short.
Okay, okay.
Miss. You know Lou's a buying, right?
Oh, well, you must be getting kids mealy. Man, I ain't bring no money like that. Plus, you know you greedy.
Well, today is your lucky day.
Oh.
Check out the ZNet Shopping Network. See what deals they have on food.
Look here. Boy, Madcap got some super deals. Check it out. You got a $25 coupon for 15 and a $20 coupon for 10.
Well, Madcap it is.
All right. Hey, I roll in with you, eh?
Log on to ZNSShoppingNetwork.com and get your deals today.
They say health is wealth. Well, let's find out. I'm Jamila Mizik, and I'm here to take you on a journey into what it means to have complete wellness.
When a hurricane watch or warning is issued, medical emergency services are placed on high alert. For many persons seeking medical care, defining what an emergency is can be difficult to assess given all that is occurring during the storm. The following basic guidelines are designed to help you assess your emergency. If you are experiencing symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pain, severe pain, disorientation, extreme vomiting or diarrhea, vision disturbance or suicidal thoughts, you should seek immediate medical assistance. If you are bleeding significantly or otherwise severely injured, seek emergency assistance immediately. Children presenting with symptoms like high fever and extremely listless or lethargic behavior need to be taken to the emergency room immediately. If you are unsure of the extent of your condition, you are advised to seek medical assistance immediately. Share your symptoms with the on-call doctor and get advice as to whether or not it can wait until normal business hours. Remember, emergency care is not a convenient option for basic medical care during a storm. The Public Hospitals Authority encourages members of the public to use these basic guidelines to help decide on whether something is an emergency or not. The authority reminds the public that in the case of an emergency, always call 911 or head immediately to the emergency room. This message has been brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority and the National Emergency Management Agency.
Ice the coconut got this, cocoa skin driven madness, juiciness ice the back this, sweet like a sugar in a dripping like ice hot.
The King of the North is back. Power 104.5 FM.
Your number one news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Brian Carey, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We thank you so much for your continued support. And that's going to do it for us here in the North, but be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Megan Shepard. Have a wonderful evening.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, honorarium payouts in hand for two families. 16 months into the pandemic and thousands remain out of work. Who's behind Fox Hill's latest homicide? And the region unites on how best to help Haiti. Those stories and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report returns.
Do you know that one of the main reasons for medication failure is due to non-adherence to medications? It is important that you follow these 4 R's when taking your medications. Right drug, right dose, right time and right way, right drug. Remember that each medication is specific for each individual, and what may work for one person may not work for the other. Therefore, you should not share your drugs. Right dose. Taking more or less than what is prescribed by your provider may cause you to either run out of your pills faster, it may affect your kidneys or liver, and it may even worsen your medical condition. Right time. Taking medications when told ensures that you have enough medication in your body to fight off the illness you may have. Skipping doses may lead to drug resistance. Right way. If your medication calls for you to take it whole, with food, or at night only, please follow these directions as there may be side effects. Make a commitment today to be adherent to your medication regimen and practice healthy living.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas AIDS Foundation with funding provided by PEPFAR, USAID Local Capacity Initiative Small Grant.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. It's wonderful to have you tuning in. The burden great at the Princess Margaret Hospital, and so much so that healthcare workers say the facility is not nearing, but has already collapsed, giving the media a first-hand view of the dire situation at the country's primary public healthcare facility, with those on the front line of the COVID-19 pandemic. Our Kelsey Johnson has the details.
Good evening, Makushla. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm outside of Princess Margaret Hospital, the main entrance to the accident emergency part. Here, we were able to tour the facilities to see exactly what is taking place since the recent surge in COVID-19 cases. I can tell you that the doctors and nurses here at this hospital facility, they are saying that they are overwhelmed, tired, and frustrated. Their message is simple. If you don't have to come here at the Princess Margaret Hospital, don't come. Joining me live on this feed is Assistant Director of Communications here at the Princess Margaret Hospital, Ms. Thelma Fernanda. Ms. Fernanda, if you can just tell us exactly, paint us the picture, the realistic picture of what is taking place here at our #1 healthcare facility.
Okay, so today we thought it, meaning the management of the Princess Margaret Hospital Public Hospitals Authority, we wanted to be able to give the public, through the eyes of the media, an idea of what we're experiencing here at the hospital. And what we were able to show the media and the public today is pretty much just how horrible it is here at the hospital in terms of the increase in numbers of COVID patients and just even your acute patients coming to the hospital. And so we're encouraging persons, if you do not have to come to the hospital, if it's not an emergency, please either seek the community health clinics or a private facility in the community to be able to seek care, because right now we are bursting at the seams in terms of our admission. So the media was able to have a tour of the accident emergency department to appreciate our acute patients who are non-COVID, and also the volume of patients that are coming in, our patients under investigation, and our COVID positive patients in the hospital waiting for admission. And I think one of the things that I think we wanted to do is we wanted to give you the reality of it and see it firsthand, how horrible it is here at the hospital. And I'm using very choice words because that's exactly what we're feeling. The staff here at the hospital, our medical, our physicians, our nurses, support staff, you name it, food services, grounds, housekeeping, are exhausted. There is a lot going on. We're trying our best to provide you with the best possible care, but the numbers are increasing every day. Go ahead.
Ms. Fernanda, if you can just give us an idea of how many positive patients we have here at the hospital. I know we were able to take a tour of the special pathogen area.
Correct.
35 beds,
35
only
beds,
one available.
One available, and you had up to about 22 patients in our repurposed general practice clinic area where we house our PUIs, but out of those 26, we had over 22 patients that are positive waiting for a bed. And if you only have one bed available in our special pathogen unit, that gives you an appreciation for what's happening in terms of patient having to wait for a bed space. Okay.
I've seen pictures and videos circulating over Facebook and other social medias with persons being housed outside of the specific areas that they were supposed to be housed. Have we been able to make sure that those persons are able to get beds and they're getting the hospital care that they need?
So even the persons who are awaiting admission, even in the space where we showed you in General Practice Clinic North, those are the patients awaiting admission, but you have an appreciation for what that space looks like as well in terms of our nurses and our medical team being able to still provide care despite the fact that they're not on a COVID quote-unquote ward. So we're able to, like we said, repurpose and make makeshift ward spaces, but of course they're not the best and ideal situation for a patient who needs COVID direct care from our clinical team.
Ms. Fernand, if I could just take a minute to bring this home for the general public. I spoke to Dr. Hall. She is actually the head doctor right now in A&E, and she was telling me that a patient is in Abaco, is in desperate need to be flown here to the capital for health care, and they aren't able to house that patient. So we just want to give you an idea as to what is happening here. The number of bed space available, only one particular bed space is available now. That's in the special pathogen area. That was the makeshift particular hospital that was donated from Good Samaritan. So, Makasha, we're going to get more on this. We're going to give the public an update as we get more information, but I'm going to toss it back to you in the studio. Reporting from Princess Margaret Hospital, I'm Kelsey Johnson.
In the meantime, delays continue across the public health care system as a one-day sick out has now ballooned into several days, forcing authorities to implement measures to mitigate the widespread impact. It's a worsening situation that has forced the Public Hospitals Authority, as you just heard, to again urge patients to use community clinics for non-emergency and non-urgent care. It's due to an increasing number of cases for emergency care that the hospital's emergency department is operating at capacity. And for those of you wondering, a medical emergency is an acute injury or illness posing an immediate risk to someone's life or long-term health. A case of life or limb as often used. Meantime, Health Minister the Honorable Renwood Wells says he's in talks with the Bahamas Nurses Union following several days of sick outs from healthcare workers irate over how honorarium payments from the government are being dispersed. The industrial action not only impacting the public health care system, but prompting Wells to recall 2 of the payouts. Cleopatra Murphy has more.
Minister of Health the Honorable Renwood Wells says his driver and personal assistant have returned the money they each received in honorarium payments intended for healthcare workers who responded during the early phase of the COVID-19 pandemic. In a taped recording on the issue Monday, Wells further denied social media reports that the 2 received $5,000.
I have asked both my driver and personal assistant to return the $1,158.40 that was disbursed to them from the Bahamas government. They have agreed and have returned the amount disbursed to them.
The Minister of Health also dismissed claims that he was the recipient of a $10,000 honorarium. Wells insists he was not involved in deciding who qualified for the payments, instead says a select committee from within the Ministry of Health made those selections.
This committee was to make the decisions based on the criteria approved by Cabinet for those who willingly stepped forward during the period the 19th of March to the 18th of June 2020, and for those who later joined the fight in the Ministry of Health.
According to the minister, government earmarked $1,040,600 in honorarium and death benefits to be paid. Giving a breakdown, $400,000 of that was earmarked for death benefits to the families of 4 healthcare workers who died in the line of duty, $640,600 to 143 frontline healthcare workers who stepped up at the start of the pandemic, while $3 million was approved in the budget to pay 1,700 healthcare workers.
Commencing 4th of August, 2021, some 1,732 employees began to receive their payouts as follows: 308 doctors, 644 nurses, 111 emergency medical service staff, and 669 non-clinical staff. This group consisted of laboratory technicians, administrative, clerical, transport, security, custodial, and other support staff.
The entire issue has caused much angst, leading to hundreds of public healthcare workers staging a widespread sick-out that severely impacted the delivery of service. Staff at the Princess Margaret Hospital also walked off the job Monday. Wells now says there will be a review.
I shall be taking the list of those who were nominated to receive and yet to receive an honorarium to the Cabinet and Prime Minister for review to ensure that Cabinet's intent has been upheld and met as directed. Once again, the government of the Bahamas extends its deep appreciation to all frontline and non-frontline workers.
Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Well, the families of two frontline workers, a nurse and a custodian who died in the line of duty early on in the COVID-19 pandemic, were on Monday awarded checks promised by the government. Sharing the details on those distributions, Minister Wells noted the two more families will also receive their $100,000 checks in the coming weeks.
The government of the Bahamas distributed $200,000 in death benefit to the families of Nurse Sherilyn Charlton-Bain and Miss Marion Burrows McKinney as a tribute to the dedication and hard work rendered to the Ministry of Health, and to assist the family to meet their needs because of the lost income of their loved ones. Once all legal requirements have been satisfied, the government of the Bahamas in the coming weeks will issue 2 additional checks to the remaining 2 families.
Well, parents torn over COVID-19 vaccinations now have to make that choice for their children. The issue arising as school gets set to resume in about 2 weeks. Keishla Adderley has more from the Bahamas Union of Teachers and the Education Minister.
Are COVID-19 vaccinations mandatory for the start of the new school year? It's an issue that caused a bit of confusion yesterday and raised the ire of Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson.
This has caused a frenzy among parents and teachers. Well, the Prime Minister, in his most recent national address, stated clearly that the COVID-19 vaccine is not mandatory.
Today, the Education Minister told reporters he didn't intend to suggest the COVID-19 vaccine was a requirement for entering school.
I apologize to whomever may have been offended or may have misunderstood the position of the government with regard to vaccines. No person in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is required to have a COVID-19 vaccination. Nobody. No adult, no child. Nobody. What I said was, any child entering a public school for the very first time, that is the student who is coming into either preschool or grade 1, would have to show proof of immunization.
The matter just part of the hesitation the union has expressed. Wilson says she's still awaiting clarification on the protocols ahead of the start of the 2021-2022 school year come next week.
Many of you are very concerned about your safety and returning to face-to-face instruction without having the surety that the schools have been prepared to ensure that you are working in a healthy environment. All teachers, when you report to school and the schools are not prepared, do not enter the classrooms.
Minister Lloyd retorts, however, that a months-old policy to manage COVID-19 and student learning will continue to guide officials, in spite of Wilson's claim that she's unsure about the next steps.
I don't understand who would not understand that, but I understand because, again, we have been in constant communication with the health authorities, and as I said yesterday, we have had a summer program for those students who would have had some learning loss in the previous year, And the very same prescriptions that have been given to us by the health, that you have to maintain social distance, wear a mask, have to 7 to 12 square feet spacing between students, those would obtain in the upcoming school year.
Keishla Adderley, ZNS Network News.
Well, in a statement further clarifying the policy on student vaccinations, the Ministry of Education in a release noted that all students entering the public school system are required to be vaccinated, and this in the case of routine scheduled immunizations. As it stands, the COVID-19 vaccine is not a part of this. Therefore, it is not mandatory for any student to receive the COVID-19 vaccination in order to be admitted into a public school. Still, the ministry strongly recommends that eligible students, that is, those 12 years or older, be vaccinated against the virus. Stakeholders are meantime encouraged to diligently follow the health protocols that include social distancing, frequent hand washing, sanitizing, and the wearing of facial masks. And remember to tune in to the morning edition with LaDawn Davis and Charles Fisher at 7 o'clock weekday mornings. We also have news updates at every hour starting at 2 p.m. You can then watch the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, at 6:30, and the National Report live at 7 p.m. All right here on the ZNS Network.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil. Shell's Summer of Fun.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank. Leader in personal banking services.
Elevate your experience with BTC Superfast Fiber Home Internet, which unlocks unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming for as low as $50 per line. Enjoy more savings and value with internet speeds of up to 600 megabits per second and all the connectivity you need on the go. An elevated experience starts with BTC at home, powering unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming plus great savings. Visit a BTC store or btcbahamas.com for more details.
It's in our name, fried chicken. It's our thing. Others may try, but we have the original. We put the extra in extra crispy. And our spicy secrets in everyone's mouth. So if we want to make the best chicken sandwich, we just need to put our name on it. The new Kentucky Chicken Sandwich. An abundant triple breaded filet, premium mayo, and pickles, all on a buttered brioche bun. The best chicken sandwich had to be KFC.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Your risk of developing colon cancer is increased if you have a personal history of colorectal cancer or colon polyps, a family history of colon cancer, or inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis. Other factors that can increase your risk of developing colon cancer are low-fiber, high-fat diets, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, smoking, and alcohol. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making specific lifestyle changes. Eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods contain fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants, which may play a role in cancer prevention. Drink alcohol in moderation or not at all. Do not smoke. Exercise with a goal of getting in at least 30 minutes each day. If you've been inactive, start slowly and gradually build up to 30 minutes. Also, talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're at a healthy weight, maintain it by combining a well-balanced diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal. Colon cancer screening can also help to prevent colon cancer or lead to its early detection when treatment is most effective. If you're 45 years or older, speak to your doctor about having a colonoscopy or some form of colon cancer screening that may be appropriate for you. I'm Dr. Eugene Marcus Cooper. Pay attention to your health. Get the facts and discuss colon cancer with your physician today.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
16,000 Bahamians continue to benefit from the unemployment program facilitated through the National Insurance Board. Minister with responsibility for national insurance, the Honorable Brentzel Roll, says that number is down from about 34,000 people who were receiving payments when the initiative first started in early 2020.
Thousands of ordinary Bahamians have benefited from the program, particularly those individuals who worked in the touristic field that was totally shut down. Many of these individuals have not in the past contributed to NIB, but they've benefited through the program because of the government's commitment to making sure that those persons had bread on the table or something to eat.
Roll says NIB has paid out more than $100 million and the government more than $250 million. He also explains how the payments are being facilitated.
That's the government money. That's the money that the government either makes or not to divert from its other projects. And these funds were diverted to ensure that people had something to eat, some way to survive. And so many of the projects that the government may have planned had to be put on the shelf until this pandemic is over.
The government said to be working with its regional partners to see how it can assist Haiti. But according to Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Darren Henfield, what type of aid that will be has not yet been determined.
To add insult to injury comes an earthquake at a time that is really inopportune for them. And so the death toll we see is above 1,000, some 6,000 people injured. We have not yet determined what we will do as a country, but we've determined to work with CARICOM through SEDEMA to respond to Haiti in whichever way that we can, as we always do in these instances.
Enfield says, as was the plan following President Jovenel Moïse's assassination, the Bahamas government is still hoping to get Bahamians in that country out.
We're working assiduously to see how we can help to remedy the situation. As you know, Haiti went ahead and held their carnivals. They had no vaccination program. We took what we thought was the best in the best interest of the Bahamian public to limit flights from Haiti or to stop them until we can see some semblance of a vaccination policy and procedure that we could live with in the international community. That hadn't happened yet, and so we're now where we are, unfortunately.
Well, it's an uphill climb to economic recovery, with the latest central bank reporting indicating that a return to somewhat normal conditions not until 2023. In this week's Market Insider, our Lloyd Allen speaks with BISEX on the way forward for investors and the job market.
Recently, the governor of the Central Bank of the Bahamas released the monthly economic and financial report for the month of June. It was indicated that a slow recovery of the economy was fueled by the resumption of most tourism sector businesses, construction growth through foreign investment inflows, and indirectly rebuilding projects from Hurricane Dorian. The governor also noted a moderately higher inflation due to import cost. This, of course, resulting from supply challenges, again, from the ongoing pandemic, with a projected recovery of the economy by 2023. CEO of the Bahamas International Securities Exchange, Keith Davies, agrees with this projection, noting some key takeaways from the BizX perspective, with domestic liquidity leading the charge.
Given the level of foreign reserves in the country, this would allow the economy to support more private sector capital raising in B dollars. We strongly support this because during times of recession, where there's an excess of capital, that capital can earn significant returns if those investments are in infrastructure and things that are for the planned recovery.
Davies argues these types of investments can be supported in diverse ways, including increased jobs. But how does this relate to securities?
There's a diversifying of the offerings on the exchange that the exchange offers, but also diversifying the level of holdings that an investor can have if you have a number of different types of investments.
Davies also noted that removal of a number of forex conservation measures by the central bank last year. This, he says, spells good news for the market.
Particularly our broker-dealers who use and access this facility would have access to a broader range of products. They can make different instruments, and again, the goal is to have diversification.
While Davies was careful not to speculate on the market, he noted that economic recovery in the securities market comes down to continued strengthening of buying and selling from those able to participate. This, of course, depends on the management of the pandemic, both locally and internationally.
I think over the number of days, weeks, months, and years, as we progress through the pandemic, our response to these new variants, our level of vaccination across the entire population, and whether there are any setbacks.
For this week's Market Insider, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Activate your power with the new Scotia Card MasterCard Debit. Experience the power of convenience with speedy payments made with a simple tap. Feel the power of safety with enhanced security from our chip and pin technology, which grants you extra protection at the ATM, online, and at point of sale protection. Your access is granted. Make purchases here or when you choose to travel with priceless MasterCard offers. Activate your power with the new Scotiabank MasterCard Debit Card.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Your day going?
In a word, busy. 6 a.m. gym, 7 a.m. breakfast, 8 a.m. drop the kids to school, 9 to 3 back-to-back meetings with working lunch, of course, 4 p.m. pick up the kids, 4:15 dog groomer. Oh, but that reminds me, oh dear.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, I double booked my 6 p.m. charity committee versus helping out at the kids' ballet. Oh, it's a tough one. I promised the kids.
Which one are you going to reschedule?
Neither. Divide and conquer. My husband can handle his own on the dance floor.
It's a good thing your money's been just as busy.
RF, keeping your money busy with investment products and services that match your needs.
We elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate.
We are back on Abaco, where the work is ongoing and the progress is remarkable. Through our fiber to the home upgrades, Abaco is feeling elevated.
Well, over the past 2 years from, I guess, on the onset of Dorian, we've come a long way in BTC from our fiber being laid on the side of the highway to where it's at now. They're being buried underground from Foxtown all the way into Sandy Point. Now it's underground. And from that portion of it to our FTTH network that we've been rolling out now, that everyone is raving and ranting about, that how good it is compared to what we used to offer and what happened after Dorian to where we're at now. And right now we're inside of Central Pines. We're building actually completed Central Pines. We're in the process of building Murphytown and Dundastown, and we have a crew in Green Turtle Key, which should be done by this week. And also on Don McKay Boulevard, we're hoping to have all of them done within 2 weeks so we can start replicating the same thing as we did in Central Pines. The feedback has been phenomenal. We've had people come in. I mean, my phone rings at 11 o'clock in the night. Can you come and help me out? We were walking just an example today, a gentleman said to me, when are you going to come to Sweetens Village? We want that thing, an elderly gentleman, he said, we want that thing called the fiber optics, which is the triple play. So he said, that's what I want. So a lot of people are out there, they're hearing about it. by word of mouth, and that's what they want. So we're going to be offering that to them very soon.
Elevate Abaco and elevate the Bahamas.
Yes, elevate the Bahamas, elevate Abaco. And Abaco, we have a slogan, Abaco Strong, and we're coming back strong. And I think BTC is helping Abaco to come back strong because of the FTTH network.
Fiber fever is sweeping through Abaco, one settlement at a time. These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corbell Piper. Be well and be back here. Next, BTC Connection.
When you want to save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you want to look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
Summer is here, and Shell presents a summer of fun. Win $30,000 in prizes when you spend $20 in fuel at any Shell location. Now through September 10th. Experience incredible hotel stays in the Family Islands and Nassau. Win thousands of dollars in fuel, groceries, and electronic devices. Fuel up today and submit your receipt by WhatsApp, email, and Facebook. Follow us on Facebook for more chances to win with Shell. Terms and conditions apply.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths in the Bahamas and in Bahamian women. At present, we are unable to prevent breast cancer, but performing screening mammograms can detect breast cancer at its earliest when there are no symptoms and when it is more likely to be treated successfully. All women should have a primary health care provider who is aware of their medical history, family history, and risk factors. Women 40 to 45 years can choose whether to start screening in consultation with their physician. All women 45 to 54 years should have an annual mammogram. Women older than 55 years can have a yearly mammogram or choose to have one every 2 years. Monthly breast self-exams in conjunction with the mammogram can increase the odds of early detection. Be proactive about your health.
A father of 7 gunned down in broad daylight steps away from a home he was visiting in Fox Hill. From all reports, Navarro Nairn, the country's latest homicide victim, was through Hart Hill Avenue and Collie Bluff Lane this morning when he was approached by a lone gunman who shot him about the body before running off. Nairn, in his early 40s, died on the scene. Police again appealing to the public for help in this matter. Here's Superintendent Michael Johnson from the Criminal Investigation Unit.
Sometime shortly before 11 a.m. this morning, a male victim was leaving a residence just behind me. Just as he was about to enter into his vehicle, he was approached by a male who was armed with a handgun, who approached him and shot him multiple times about the body. The basic information is that this person came on foot and left in a northern direction. We're appealing to members of the public who may have any information, especially members of this close-knit community, to please call the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-999-123 or at Crime Tipsers.
Now, this is the second homicide in the Fox Hill area in less than 2 weeks, but according to Superintendent Johnson, there's no connection to the two incidents.
Well, we're still early in this particular investigation, and that would be part of our inquiry to see if there's any nexus between that incident and this incident. Again, we're in the early stages of this investigation, and that would definitely be part of our inquiry to see if that in fact is the case. All we're getting is a male in dark clothing. That's all we're getting at this time.
Area representative for Pinewood Gardens, His Excellency Reuben Ramming, says his wife is a true hero. This as he credits her for the quick response during a late-night robbery. Ramming, who went home ahead of his wife following a Pinewood constituency meeting, was in his car in the driveway awaiting his wife's arrival. While on the phone call with one of his constituents, he said he noticed a man slightly crouched coming into the yard. Ramming said he stepped out of the vehicle and followed the gunman's instructions.
I would lay down my life to defend my home and my children. But it didn't escalate it to that because she kept her cool. She realized that I was calm, so she was calm. They did what they had to do, and they pulled off. I understood from the moment I saw this man crouching in my yard and had the weapon that, like a fish, he just took a bait, and it was unfortunate.
Ramming says his home security cameras and electronic devices made it easy to track down the two gunmen. The important thing, he says, was to get them out the yard and ensure his family's safety.
The police does an awesome job, but security starts with us first. Weapons have their place, but the greatest weapon is our thinking and our disposition. We must always remember that a man with a gun does not give him courage. And the gun is not the most dangerous thing. It's his fear, his personal fear. You must know when to hold out, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. Understand the weakness of a perpetrator. Keep him calm. The money is not important. Feed him what he needs to be fed because he's on a short rope, and allow him to go.
Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Sand dollar is the new digital Bahamian dollar created by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's just like physical cash, but safer and more convenient. Plus, the various Sand dollar-enabled apps are secure and easy to use on any Android or iOS device. Use Sand dollar for your personal and business transactions, whether by QR code, a short name, or even your Sand dollar card. You can send and receive Sand dollars safely with just a touch of a button. Sand dollar, the digital Bahamian dollar.
It's Shay here, and welcome to our first installment of Alive's Community Corner. Not only is Alive a digital service provider, and beyond those great deals and services that we provide you, Alive is committed to the community. So here's a look at what we did for Mother's and Father's Day. This episode, and we look forward to sharing with you so many more of our community moments. So why Alive? Because you deserve it.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to march down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys' waiter today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been jonesing for some grouper dread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work.
What if
fish gone, though?
But how, though?
Don't leave our children with no fish in their future. Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future.
Tourism and Aviation Minister Dionisio de Aguilar providing an update on Disney's controversial Lighthouse Point project during his recent keynote address to Eleuthera's 9th annual Business Outlook. De Aguilar noting that notwithstanding the global pandemic, things are progressing.
Disney, I'm advised, has satisfactorily completed its Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA, addressed all of the concerns brought forward at the town hall meeting and other gatherings, is currently working on its Environmental Management Plan, EMP, with the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection. In addition, I'm also advised that it has identified its contractor, and the plan currently is to commence the construction of this project in early 2022.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. Outside of our studios, we're under partly sunny skies, a very warm 90 degrees, relative humidity 62%, east-southeast winds at 14 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,016.7 millibars, that's 30.02 inches, and the pressure is rising. Temperatures around the islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 88 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Grand Turk Key. Marsh Harbor, Abaco, 86 degrees. 86 also in the Berry Islands and Alistown, Bimini. Harbor Island, 87. Roxanne, Eleuthera, also 87 degrees. Black Point, Exuma, Kemps Bay, St. Andros, and Fresh Creek and Central Andros, all at 86 degrees. Alistown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key at 87, 85 degrees in Georgetown, Exuma, Rygat Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, 86, 85 in Betsy Bay, Maguana, Acklands, 85, Matthewtown, Inagua, 85 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 84 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Wednesday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet, low tide takes place at 10:45 tonight, another low tide tomorrow morning at 10:42. In the central and southeastern islands, also through Wednesday, the winds reducing southeast at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights down 3 to 6 feet over the ocean, but caution flags will remain in place for the central and southeastern islands right into Wednesday. And then on Thursday, in the northwestern islands, we get light and variable winds with very flat sea conditions, low tide 11:45 in the morning, high tide 6:16 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands on Thursday, further reduction, easterly flow 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet, and we drop those caution flags on Thursday for you boaters. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
On your mark, set, get hey! Gold in our belly, country on our back. If you race it shortly, just know that you get gas singing. Gold in our belly, country on our back. No, this ain't no barber. On your mark, set, get gas singing. Gold in our belly, country on our back. If you race it shortly, just know you get gas. Gold in our belly, country on our back. No, this ain't no barber, but know that you get gas.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Give me the gap, bust the gap, give me the gap, bust the gap, and you.
So, Tamika, I know it's your first day, but we need a few things for the office. We need notepads for the boardroom, paper clips, staplers, trash bins for new staff, a monitor for Jason in accounting, a case of pens, a box of copier paper, and Ted here needs a new desk chair. Oh, and glue. I'll need all of these by noon. Got it?
But where am I supposed to get all this stuff by noon?
John Bull Business Center.
John Bull Business Center?
Of course. And while you're there, I need 200 copies of this. And speak to Michelle about delivery of my furniture. I'm having my office remodeled.
Got it. Because they have a copy center
and the contract furniture department. I knew that.
I think you might just work out.
Get everything your company needs in one convenient location. Check out the copy center and our contract furniture department. If you want to show everyone in the office you mean business, then there's only one place to go. John Bull Business Center. We mean business.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
At Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center, we provide imaging services to meet all your family's needs. Same goes for imaging at Grosvenor. We're the imaging experts. We never schedule multiple appointments, so you'll be in and out in no time. And if your initial screening reveals a concern, our radiology specialist can consult your doctor and conduct an alternative screening right then and there. Results are ready within 24 hours. Call 328-8157 to schedule an appointment at Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor today.
Across the Bahamas, we're more connected than ever before as we upgrade and expand our network, elevating your connection with BTC super-fast fiber internet. More people can access the best high-speed internet on our upgraded all-fiber optic network, providing you with a better experience working remotely, learning virtually, accessing more from home, and connecting with more opportunities. Visit our website or any store to upgrade to our super-fast fiber internet experience on the Bahamas' best fiber network.
Today is a day for fun. Today is a day for family. So why should yesterday's worries affect my today? That's why I insure my family with J.S. Johnson, because their mission is to provide us with the best insurance coverage possible. With J.S. Johnson, I know my family comes first, so I take comfort in knowing that they always have us covered, providing us with a great today and an even better tomorrow.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
Do you know that one of the main reasons for medication failure is due to non-adherence to medications? It is important that you follow these 4 R's when taking your medications. Right drug, right dose, right time, and right way. Right drug. Remember that each medication is specific for each individual, and what may work for one person may not work for the other. Therefore, you should not share your drugs. Right dose. Taking more or less than what is prescribed by your provider may cause you to either run out of your pills faster, it may affect your kidneys or liver, and it may even worsen your medical condition. Right time. Taking medications when told ensures that you have enough medication in your body to fight off the illness you may have. Skipping doses may lead to drug resistance. Right way. If your medication calls for you to take it whole, with food, or at night only, please follow these directions as there may be side effects. Make a commitment today to be adherent to your medication regimen and practice healthy living.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas AIDS Foundation with funding provided by PEPFAR, USAID Local Capacity Initiative Small Grant.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Another day, another home run for Jazz Chisholm, number 13 on the season. Jazz back in the leadoff spot last night for the Miami Marlins. He hit another leadoff home run in the top of the first inning. The Marlins not getting that much more offense on the night. They lost 12-2 to the Atlanta Braves. Jazz finishing up that game 1-4. Those same two teams playing again tonight. The Marlins rookie ball affiliate also on the diamond yesterday in the Florida Complex League. Ian Lewis in the lineup as the designated hitter batting second. He was 0-4 with an RBI and a run scored. The Marlins beating the Astros 6-5. Also on the minor league diamond yesterday in the Arizona Complex League, Zion Bannister and the Rangers, They won big 10-3 over the Brewers. Bannister won for 5 with 2 runs batted in. Kai Jones back on court last night for the Charlotte Hornets in their NBA Summer League finale. He tied for a side-high 16 points to go along with 9 rebounds in a 99-74 loss to the Chicago Bulls. Jonquil Jones and the Connecticut Sun back on court tonight in the WNBA. They host the Minnesota Lynx. Jones and the Sun continuing to lead the Eastern Conference standings at 15-6. That's the third best record in the league, only trailing Seattle and Las Vegas, who are both a half game up at 16-6. A new song about the golden performance of 400-meter Olympic champion Shawnee Miller-Weibo creating a buzz. Shawnee's anthem was written by creative Dasquay the Bubbler Adderley. He spoke to our LaDawn Davis about the air-grabbing Bahamian tune.
I'm singing on your mark, set.
He's a comedian by day, but in the midst of the Bahamas striking gold in the 400 meters, creative Dasquay penned the #1 anthem that got Bahamians dancing and in the celebration mode after watching the most prominent sporting event in the world.
They say it's the #1 song. What I think I appreciate the most is Bahamians are saying they love the fact that it is like that down, where you can scrape. There's no mixing. You know, a lot of persons are putting, I think, like soca mix and stuff in their music, but this one is just and they say they love that. I got them dancing, they cheering, dancing. Someone tell me they got to dance for my song. I know, right? So everybody loves it, they're sharing it.
In her belly, she crossed the line, then the rest follow. She got the hip so bad, she crossed one of them all. In her belly, she do it with no tricks.
After its release, Shawnee's anthem went viral and has become a ringtone within the smartphones of thousands of Bahamians. The popular creative says coming up with the most talked about tune was a breeze.
I was driving on Gladstone Road, right, just after she won, Stevie and Shawnee win, and I was driving down Gladstone Road, and all of a sudden, the song just started playing in my head out of the blue. So it bothered me so much. Sometimes, as a creative, when stuff hit me, I have to get it out or it can frustrate me. So I literally pull on the side of the road on a fire trail road, and I did a video first in my car with me beating on the steering wheel, singing the song, and then I put it out, and everybody's like, I gotta go in the studio.
This past weekend, Dasquay got a chance to get up close and personal with the Golden Champ, who gave the song 2 thumbs up.
I saw her come out the car with her husband, and I was like, I wonder if she liked the song. She ain't share it, she ain't say nothing. I could be brave and I could just walk up to her and ask her if she like it. And I tell everybody if she liked the song, I retiring. I just started my musical career, but I could retire right away. So I go on there and I asked her, and before the conversation could even start, I have proof. Before the conversation even start, she's like, hey, Koi, oh, I love the song. I was like, what? I retired.
Jokingly, though, Dasquay says he's not putting down his vocals just yet and has a lot more comedy to give to his loyal fans.
Make the Bahamas laugh, that's what I do for a living, and just let my creativity flow. If I feel it, I can do it just like this. And I want to encourage everyone else, if you feel like doing it, if it hits your spirit, just do it, because you never know how big it could get. I'm a living testimony. Who else could say a gold medalist like they song? Who else? Exactly.
Shawnee making another public appearance yesterday, this time at the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, where she received another hero's welcome. The ministry presenting the Golden Girl with some tokens of their appreciation to celebrate her newest accomplishment.
The country is moved not just by your talent, but the kind of person you are even off the track. The way you honor God for having blessed you with skills, and the way in which you have woven your way into the hearts of Bahamians, because clearly your focus is on elevating the country's stature.
In 2016, where there perhaps was doubt, you proved that hard work, resolve, dedication, and humility wins gold. We are proud of you and your accomplishments, but most importantly, the person that you are today.
Thank you to everyone who has supported me for all the prayers. I really do appreciate it, and I really just feel everyone's energy back in Tokyo, and I'm glad to be able to come back home and celebrate with you guys.
That's a look at sports. A check on weather up next.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Whether you shop a little or shop a lot, you will love the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Able mackerel, 15 ounce, $1.19. 1, 2, 3 ramen noodles, 3 ounce, 3 for $1. Hellman's mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $4.99. Bone-in chicken breasts, $1.89 per pound. Tomatoes, $1.59 per pound. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. with double stamps on Sundays at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Almost every journey starts with your car. We spend most of the early stages of our lives anticipating getting our first set of wheels. When that moment finally comes, let AID be there for all your auto needs. Make it yours by accessorizing, maintaining, and repairing your car with AID. Whether you're a professional mechanic, a recent graduate, a full-time mom, or an I can fix that kind of guy, or if you're completely clueless about what your car needs, AID will assist in providing a large variety of auto parts, a diagnostic center, and great customer service. For all life's auto journeys, we're here. AID, all you really need and more.
Andros is the #1 bone fishing destination on our planet. Sports fishermen visit our flats every year to participate in one of the most fulfilling outdoor activities known to man, fly fishing. And guess what? It's 100% sustainable. Without areas like the west side of Andros, sustaining this industry would be absolutely impossible. So let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
There's a pandemic going around. We have to work hard to stay around. Keep yourself and your family safe. And thank God for amazing grace. There's a solution you must choose. It will help me and help you too. It's available everywhere. Don't take too long, I'll meet you there. I got mine, you get yours. Get vaccinated. I got mine, you get yours. Get vaccinated. It's protecting me, protecting you. It's protecting the country too. I got mine, you get yours. Get vaccinated. I got mine, you get yours. Get vaccinated. I got mine, you get yours. Get vaccinated. It's protecting me, protecting you. It's protecting the country too. I got mine, you get yours. Get vaccinated.
Make your appointment today at vax.gov.bs. That's vax.gov.bs. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with Bahamas Information Services.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we'll get you started in the tropics, and we still have a tropical storm Grace out there right now. It's just near the northern coast of Jamaica, moving towards the west at around 15 miles per hour, maximum sustained winds at 50 miles per hour. But some intensification is expected by tomorrow. It could become a hurricane by tomorrow, and even up to Category 2 before it reaches the Yucatan Peninsula. But once it crosses the Yucatan Peninsula, we expect it to lose some steam back down to tropical storm status. And once it gets in the Gulf of Mexico, heading towards central Mexico, back up to hurricane intensity again before landfall. And then there is this hurricane, well, not really hurricane, but tropical storm Henria. It is just to the south of Bermuda. It's now packing winds of 65 miles per hour and moving very slowly towards the west-southwest at around 2 miles per hour. This one is going to make a loop just around Bermuda, so it will be a problem for those shipping lanes out there. But landmass don't have a problem with this system at all, as it makes that slow trek and then turn it towards the north and eventually towards the northeast. Satellite pictures showing a well-organized system there. That's Jamaica, and they're taking quite a beating there with those heavy rain showers. So mudslides could be a major problem for Jamaica during the course of tonight and tomorrow morning. And the forecast for the night here in the capital, not bad at all. High pressure is in control, and so we're looking at patchy clouds tonight, 79 degrees for your low temperature, and tomorrow partly sunny and very hot, high temperature around 91 degrees. Extended weather forecast Beautiful day tomorrow, but by Thursday, we'll see some more showers work their way back into our forecast. But the weekend, looking very nice, lots of sunshine, but those steamy temperatures will continue. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas tonight. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team here, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.